Hi everyone, I hope you're well. So, I am writing a announcement here. I hope everyone's well, and then for the exam, it would be good if you work out past papers from the previous year 2023. So, if you go to Google Classroom and you are there, go to classwork and look for the past papers zip file. And when you download this, and this is also just a little video on how it works, but when you download this, it should look like this after you've extracted it. So there's a bunch of files here. I can also just make it bigger for you to see on the screen, but there's a bunch of files here. Now, I said workout papers from the year 2023. So just look for a 23 in the second part of the file name. So this one and this one. There should only be 3 sets of these 23s. So we're just looking for one more, because they write in the beginning of the year, at the middle of the year, and at the end as well. So there's 3 paper series every year. So you can see there's only 3. So this would be for October, November, and this would be for May, June, and then this would be February, March. So for the exams, I would advise you to go through the paper 23s. So I have them now, so I'm just gonna cut them. Just gonna put them in a new here. Okay, and now we can just put them in this series. So let's call this M. I'm saying M because you can see there in front of the 23 there's a M. So I'm just gonna put the M in there. And the next one is S, so I'm just gonna say S. And let's put the S inside there. The reason why mine is not sorted is I have realized that a few of you haven't sorted out the past papers yet. So go through that video and it will show you how you can sort them according to the type of exams they are. Now this one would be W. Now, this wouldn't make that much sense, so let's just open any one of these. All of them are M, so let's open the question paper for that here, and you'll see February, March. And if I open this one, it's going to say February, March. If I open this one, it's going to be February, March. Okay, so by now, I hope you know that M means Feb, March. Okay, S would be May, June. And I'm sure you will realize the pattern, but anything that has an S in front of it then would be May, June. So I'm just going to say S, May, June. Now, this last one should be October, November. And the reason why it's important for us to distinguish which year it is from is if you go to YouTube now and you say ICT 2023 Feb, and now you say paper 2, you'll most likely find some sort of video covering that part of the exam. Now when you work through past papers, I want you to use both the question paper and its corresponding mark sheet. So you're going to open both the question paper. So let me just close all this. Oh no, I just have to say close tabs. Okay, so I have the question paper here for the theory, and I also need the mark sheet. So now, while you're preparing, explain what is meant by the term software. Now in your head you think, okay, what am I going to write? So what is a software? Now let's say you say it's a non-physical part of the computer, and it helps run all the instructions or whatever. You say whatever thing you mean by the term, what is meant by the term software. And now, before even going on, go to the memo and see, okay, what is the actual answer? Okay, so one from the following. It's softwares or programs or apps used by a computer. It's used to control the operation of a computer, or software or programs or apps for processing of electronic data. Okay, so I very vaguely said something in terms of it's where it processes the data or calculates things, or it's a non-physical part. And software or programs or apps used by a computer. Okay, so now in my head I'm like, okay, so it's if they ask me what is meant by the term software, and it's not just to study what is meant by it, I should also just know what a software is and be able to define it. Now I just go through this and I close my eyes and I try to remember what I saw here, and then I go back here and I say, okay, explain what is meant by the term software. And then I know, okay, I don't have to remember all three, I just need to remember the one that was easiest to remember, but still put in the time to try and memorize this. What I wanted to say, let me just think. Yeah, so now that you have done this, now on PDF, so on Microsoft Edge, there's a video here on marking on Microsoft Edge, so just go have a look at that if you don't know how to do this. But now I can, if you have a drawing pen, you can just draw in the answer. It is not as easy to do with a mouse, so you can also just type in there, okay, software is blah 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 blah, whatever you decided to memorize, and put in there. That is your answer, and now you know immediately that's correct. Okay, so now you go back to the draw tool, I just click on that and I say, I got that right. Awesome. Next one, state two types of software used by computers. Now, if you get this right from the start, so it's application or system software, so applications or system software, and I put that in there, you don't have to go memorizing anything. So hopefully you don't have to go memorize the entire memo, because you should have some information on this. This whole exercise is just for you to refine what they're looking for. So if you say something in the general sense of this, there is a like 70% chance you will get your mark, but in order for us to make sure you get the marks 100%, it should be what's written on the memo. And you'll see if you work through the memo, you'll get this way of answering the questions. You will just learn how to answer the questions. So yeah, go through this, work through the past paper and the memo, and this was just for February. So there's another one in May, June. In fact, there are, I think I have doubles here. Yeah, it seems I have doubles, but there's one paper one, so paper one theory. Oh, it's not doubles. It's the mark scheme and the question paper. I didn't focus now. So there's three theories. So theory, and theory. Because paper one, that one there at the front says it's paper one. The two in the front says it's paper two. So there are two paper twos, and then there are two paper threes. And then each of the paper twos and the paper threes have source files. Okay, now with theory it's a bit easier to just work through the memo and the question paper, but for the practical, let's go here. Where did we find that? Okay, let's say 2023 ICT, and we say Feb March paper 3. Then there's a video that we can watch about this, but what I would suggest the thing that I've uploaded over here on the Google Classroom. It's under Revision Practical. And if you realize that you're going through a paper and you struggle with spreadsheets, or you struggle with web authoring, or document production, just go to one of these playlists, and they cover a lot of papers over here. So you can go through these just to get the exercise, and if you realize you struggle with something. But overall, you can easily just go Google the specific paper that you're doing and the specific part, so spreadsheets or yeah. So I would like you guys to go through paper 2s and paper 3s, and I hope you're still listening by now, because what I'm going to do with this exam, so you're only going to write one practical paper in the exam, and then as an exam assignment you're going to write a different paper. So for paper 3, the one that's just about website authoring and Excel, you're going to have a open book test. Basically, it's going to be an assignment. So I'm going to choose one of these for you to do, and then you just have to do it. But I just showed you how to get all the information. So for now, just go through the work, and there's enough information on here. Just go through the Google Classroom. Everything you need is here. You have the source files, everything here, and you also have the videos on how to do specific parts of those papers, and yeah, just work through that. So I hope this helps. I'm not necessarily going to put up an assignment just about this, but in your time, like in your preparation time, just go through the different papers. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.